Hey, we're halfway there. Today we start to turn the corner on these 40 days of stewardship with day 20. And today I want to ask you the question, are you ready for an emergency? We all know anything can happen. We can lose our job. We could go through some sort of health crisis that brings about unforeseen medical bills. You may just go through a time where you're just not able to work and earn some money. Maybe something could happen to your home. What about a big expense to your car? Are you ready for an emergency? Because it's not if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. And you can be ready with a little bit of intentionality and some forethought by building savings. So today's action step is this. We talked about saving our first $1,000. Today, I want to challenge you to calculate 3 to 6 months of expenses, and let's start building a strategy for our emergency account. A good example in the Bible of someone who prepared not only himself and his family, but a nation of people for an emergency is Joseph. In the book of Genesis, Joseph has a dream that kind of helps him foresee what's going to happen to the Egyptian economy. He comes to the Pharaoh with the proposal, hey, here's what you need to do in these 7 years to get ready for the next 7 years. And because of that, the Pharaoh sets Joseph over the entire economic system of what was at that time the world's most powerful nation. And I want you to listen to the words that Pharaoh uses to describe Joseph. This is from Genesis 41, verses 37 through 39, and it says, "The proposal pleased Pharaoh and all his servants. And Pharaoh said to his servants, 'Can we find a man like this in whom is the Spirit of God?' Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, 'Since God has shown you all this, there is none so discerning and wise as you are.'" I want to pick up on those two words that are not only just great words for life, but they're really words that get us ready for an emergency. And that are the words discerning and wise. Discernment is the ability to look at a situation and say, you know what, we're not ready. Wisdom is applying God's word and setting before us a path that is going to bring about prosperity in the future. Discernment and wisdom is knowing the right thing to do and doing it at the right time. And if you think about the story of Joseph, here's some ways that he showed discernment and wisdom in preparing that nation and his family for an emergency. He inventoried the resources. He set some savings goals. He said, in these 7 years, we need to put back enough for the next 7 years. And then he worked the plan and got the people ready for the emergency. And when the emergency came, you know what? Joseph actually prospered through preparation. The same can be said of us. So let's apply discernment and wisdom, and let's get ready for an emergency. Again, the action step for today is simple. Take 3 to 6 months of expenses and set a goal. Be intentional, be discerning and wise, and you can be ready for an emergency.